I was just lounging around the house, watching some NBA playoff basketball. And I said to myself, you know what? Let me go ahead and go into the FC Sneaker Factory and drop a brand new segment for the beautiful people out there. And that includes, all the beautiful cheerleaders, all the ladies that get this heart pumping. And all the fellas out there that I know that are representing. I appreciate you for always coming into the FC Sneaker Factory, the very few of you, but I should say the smart people out there when it comes to this sneaker YouTube genre. The people that can decipher shit content like from these other sneaker content creators out there, and also the real content from Mr. Wonderful. The people that appreciate the quality when it comes to my sneaker profiles, when it comes to my delivery, and how I present myself in front of you when it comes to YouTube. See, a lot of people out there, I should say the majority of the people out there when it comes to the sneaker YouTube genre, look like shit on camera, fucking dress like shit on camera, do not take care of themselves physically and probably mentally. Unlike myself, right? I always come before you looking fucking presentable, always taken care of, and always with tons of my sneakers behind me, because you people out there, all the fellas and all those beautiful ladies, got the golden ticket to the FC Sneaker Factory and are in the presence of Willy fucking Wonka himself. So, with all that being said, we're here in the FC Sneaker Factory together because those beautiful doors are open for you beautiful people to come on in. And let's go ahead and talk about some Nike Dunk SBs, because I know, trust me, I fucking know that all you people, or a lot of you people, desire these shoes. So I said, you know what? Let me open up the vault and let's go into some of the Blue Box SBs when it comes to my FC Sneaker Factory. See, I don't have people mailing me stuff in, giving me stuff for free to do these sneaker profiles on. See, I pay my hard-earned money when it comes to these shoes. And a lot of these shoes I purchased in the past and still kept in fucking immaculate condition. But before we even get into the profile, let's go ahead and get into this fit. As you can see, I got that beautiful sunlight shining through the FC Sneaker Factory window. But I am wearing a nice heather gray. This is old. I've had this for quite some time, and I found it in my closet, and I said, you know what? I'm going to wear it today. I feel in the mood. So it got the old school, because this is old school, and I want to say this is from like back in 2008, 2010-ish, around that time frame when it comes to Undefeated. But the navy blue Undefeated logo, the heather gray tee, I got some AG denim going on, so I'm feeling amazing. And I also got the LV bracelet going on, because you know I gotta have an accessory. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing anything tonight, but who knows? I may have a cheerleader over. So with all that being said, let me go ahead and sit my butt down and let's go ahead and go into the sneaker profiles. Alright, because you know what? As you're flipping through those tons and tons of pages when it comes to my content, when it comes to my catalog that I have put together with all my shoes, and it still keeps fucking going and going like the Energizer Bunny. With all those, you can see a ton of amazing shoes. And you know what? Like I said though before, I still got fucking more to go. So right now, currently, we're on Sneaker Profiles 316. Now let me go ahead and open up the books, because that's how I always do. Because this is the catalog that I have created for myself, but also for you beautiful people out there to always look and get your entertainment from. Because when it comes to my content, I never leave you high and dry. I always quench your fucking thirst and fill that appetite, because I'm constantly shoving my content down this fucking platform's throat so they can choke on it. So they can choke on it and have no reason not to push my content out there. So you know what? Let me go ahead and put this phone on silent because I think I got one of the cheerleaders calling me or texting me right now. But I'll follow up with her after I drop this episode. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to this first amazing Nike Dunk SB blue box that I have in my collection. Now let's take a look at the box. The old school, right? The old school blue and white boxes. Amazing time frame during this time. I wouldn't say this was the greatest time because obviously I'm a huge fan of the silver box era, the pink box era, and then the black box era. But after that, because it literally that's how it goes in the row or in the releases when it comes to what I described. But I feel like those are the 3 best times. But actually, I couldn't make a case. The rainbow box right there, the Sandy Bo Decker, that may take 3 and push the black and purple box to number 4. But this one doesn't far too far below. But I have to put the black box before this one though. But as you can see, got the great box, right? Solid, steady box. But let's take a look at that label though. That's where I want you to focus on. Let me go out really quick. Trying to get the nicely focus. Well, it looks like that's as focused as it's going to get. But we are looking at the Nike Dunk Low Premium SB. Beautiful size 10.5. As you can see that. Oh, clear in that 4K fashion. The pecan, camosis, and black barbecue brown. Okay, let's take a look at the interior part of the box. Let me get focus. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, the hair is looking amazing. Skincare is always there. But right here, the blue box does have that wood grain design on the interior part of the box, and then also followed up with the black and white wood grain tissue paper. So gorgeous, right? Unlike what we see now. Even when it comes to the Sandy Bo Decker box, even when it comes to the purple box, and now these new cream color boxes, you don't get any type of design going on when it comes to the interior part of the box. And you may say, Mr. Wonderful, who cares? You're the only one that's going to be seeing it. Well, fuck. I'm paying the money for it, so I would hope they would at least add that detail to the box, because you know what? We're paying more money now than what I was back then. And I say I was because I don't even know if you're fucking around during this time. But let's go ahead and go on to this one. The Nike Dunk SB. And this is known as, and you should read the thumbnail or look at the beautiful thumbnail photo that I have on there. But we're looking at Sneaker Profiles 316. The black and tan right here. So yes, you guessed it. This is based off the alcohol drink. But first, before we even get into any of that, this shoe was released, I want to say sometime in March of 2012. So this shoe's been out for quite some time. A very long time, right? Over 12 years. Or yeah, I would say around 12 years now since this shoe has been released. And that's a good amount of time. But yes, it still remains intact. And this is actually a shoe that I have worn a few times when it comes to the FC Sneaker Factory. So this shoe, yes, you guessed it, it's based off the beer, right? It's based off the traditional beers that we normally get with a type of a stout, which provides that dark color, and then also a lighter color beer, just depending on the mixtures of what you're requesting when it comes to the black and tan. But just, I mean, this is just a great shoe. And when I first came across this shoe back in 2012, I was a big fan. I did not pick this up for retail, unfortunately, but I picked this up on eBay, and I remember getting this for a good price. I did not want to pay very high because at this time, SBs were not going for very much at this time. It kind of actually was falling off when it comes to like the SB world. Not too many people were focused on them. And just, it was kind of more like the true SB heads were still like in the game, in the program, still collecting them at that time. But let's go ahead and go into the details of this shoe. But as you can see, this nice, on the top of the toe box is a nice, beautiful, light brown synthetic suede. Below that right here on the mud guard of the shoe, on the lateral part is, and also on the toe, around the toe box, is this nice smooth brown leather, which goes throughout, pretty much through on the portion of the lateral side, but also through the shoelaces, and then it stops once it hits that black color. Right here on this window on the lateral side is a nice, like a fabric type material, but it is hard. But as you can see, its brown starts slowly fading. That brown starts slowly fading into a light blackish color when it comes to that window. Right here is a nice tumble leather yellow swoosh. Right here on the midsole is a nice yellowish type midsole. Even the stitching is yellow as well. You see the black part of the outsole right there, nice black outsole. But let's move back up towards the top of the shoe. Right here, as you can see, you do have this nice black hairy suede right there, a nice color right there. And then that black starts going into the rear part of the shoe. Now let's take a look at the rear part. The rear part, you see that Nike, the black Nike sewn in right here, as you can see, a nice yellow, and this is tumble leather around the black sewn in Nike. And this is all that nice hairy suede going on when it comes to the rear part. And then also you see that nice yellow midsole and then that black outsole. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the medial part of the shoe. So as you can see in the medial part, that continuation of that black hairy suede, but that also goes into the middle part of the shoe, which is a great touch. And I'm barely seeing that for right now because I haven't looked at this shoe in quite some time. All black hairy suede going on around the ankle collar, even on this medial part of the going up towards the ankle support. All black hairy suede. Right here, the continuation of that yellow tumble leather swoosh and that nice leather material. This right here, instead of that fabric material that we saw on the lateral part, this is a continuation of the black hairy suede material in that window. So that's a little bit of twist when it comes to the medial part. We still got that continuation of that yellow midsole and then also that black outsole going throughout the entire shoe. Up top though, through the shoelaces, is that nice brown smooth leather, as you can see, going through the shoelaces and then also going towards the toe box. So that remains the same when compared to the lateral side, but the big difference when it comes to the medial and the lateral is this black hairy suede window when compared to right here, this hard material of the lateral part in that window. So completely different, right? But that black continues and it goes right into that brown. There's no type of fading, it's just black and then immediately brown. Let's take a look at the front part of the shoe. As you can see, the front part, you do got that black outsole, yellow midsole with the yellow stitching, this nice smooth brown leather, and then of course you got that hairy suede toe box. We'll get into when we go into the aerial view, we'll really take a look at that. As you can see on the outsole, you do got the entire outsole is black except that middle portion, and you do have the Nike, the swoosh, and the SB in that yellow color. All right, so my favorite part, got the shine. The sun is shining. I'm going to stand up a little bit taller because I should be. All right, so let's go ahead. Toe box is in that hairy brown suede. Gorgeous, but it immediately stops once we get to that tongue. That tongue, as you can see, is in that nice black nylon material. It goes throughout the entire tongue, and then you do have the Nike, the swoosh, and the SB, the Dunk Low Pro in that yellow color, but that all remains in that black tag. I have the brown laces, and I believe it comes with black laces, but as you can see right here, the all black ankle support. But my favorite part, what really drew me to the shoe, was the insole. As you can see, you got that black and tan beer going on. You see that light colored at the very bottom, right? Because that's a lighter beer, so it's going to sit at the bottom, and then that very thick, that stout on the top of the drink right there at the very top, and then you got the foam. And as you can see in the foam, you do have the Nike, the swoosh, and the SB on top of the foam. So that is really an amazing touch. I mean, I love to see, when I first saw it, that was freaking amazing. I thought it was a great job by Nike at Dunk SB when it comes to this shoe, right? This is not a collaboration in any way. This is just basically Nike SB putting out a product without any type of collaboration with anybody. When I was reading through this, it didn't mention anybody's name that put their hand in this one. This was just basically a quick strike release. This specific one. So when it says quick strike, then it means that it was basically a limited shoe, from what I know. I don't really remember the time. Let me get that nice tongue. This is when Nike started thinning out the tongue. It wasn't as fat as like the pink box, the silver box, maybe not even the black box. But this was when Nike was kind of, the tongue wasn't as fat as it used to be. But what do you think about this one? Do you remember this one when it first came out? Were you a fan of this one, or was this one of those ones that you just said, I didn't really pay attention to? You're probably around that time frame where you just didn't really pay too much attention to this one, because I want to say a lot of people were falling off, or they just weren't really buying too many SBs at that time. So for you that have this, and for you that actually remember this shoe or had it at one time, my applause to you, especially if you still kept it in immaculate condition like myself. As you can see, gorgeous condition. I mean, that's pretty much how I do it when it comes to all my shoes in my collection, because I have so many damn shoes. I don't need to wear them on a consistent basis. I can basically maybe wear them once a year, if that. I mean, this one, to be honest with you, I have not wore this probably for 10 years, just to be honest. I haven't wore that shoe in quite some time. I think the last time I wore that was like back in my college years, and ever since then I haven't even wore it. But it's just great to reflect back on an amazing shoe, but also to reflect back with you, because especially for those that never seen this shoe or don't even know what this shoe's about, first time seeing it in that 4K fashion, because I'm sure people have done reviews on this shoe, but their fucking quality was probably garbage at that time, because I mean, what, 12 years ago, 14 years ago, the audio, the quality of the videos was very low when it comes to YouTube. So of course it takes myself, a true fucking sneakerhead, to bring back a classic, but bring it back in that 4K fashion. Because you know what, like I mentioned before, my channel doesn't get very many views, and I'm fucking fine with that. I don't need views. I don't need a whole bunch of subscribers and stuff like that. Just close the book on this one. Sneaker profile is 316. But you know what? My true people right there, my true winners, I appreciate each and every single one of you that continues to tap in, that continues to support, that continues to watch my videos. And that continue, for the new people that come on in and hit that fucking subscribe button, I appreciate that. Because we all fucking should know by now, especially if you're a frequent visitor when it comes to YouTube, that little icon right there, where it's in white and in black it says subscribe. Well, guess what? That fucking button doesn't hit itself. It depends on you. I depend on you, the true fucking sneakerheads, the smart people out there, the people, the fucking winners when it comes to this YouTube sneaker genre. I depend on you to fucking hit that button and make it an actual button, not just a fucking piece of shit decoration icon on your computer screen. But with all that said, I'm about to end this one and move on, because in a couple days I'll be bringing you a brand new episode. But I don't fucking feel like doing this all day long. So let me go ahead and stop it with this. Just like all the beautiful ladies tell me pretty much on an everyday basis, just to be honest with you. But I did have a dinner with one of the beautiful ladies a couple of days ago. She actually came over, we grabbed some food, brought it back. Just had a great conversation, had an amazing dinner. But at the end of the dinner, at the end of the date, she whispers in my ear and says, "Mr. Wonderful Floyd, you are too damn